Upon awakening, Ryouta finds himself on the first floor of Teleku's dungeon, greeted by a spirited young adventurer named Emily Brown, who surprisingly reveals that he was a loot item dropped by a slime she had just killed. In this intriguing world, every single thing, from mighty magic weapons to everyday groceries, is sourced exclusively from the loot items drops of defeated monsters, and its value is contingent on the hunter's prowess in the gathering skill. Meaning if you have an F-rank gathering skill, then the quality or amount of the dropped item will be far less than if you have an A-rank gathering skill. With the help of Emily, Ryouta looked up his stats on a magic board and discovers that despite his humble level 1 standing, he was blessed with an extraordinary rank S gathering skill, which Emily thought was the lowest rank. But Ryouta, being an avid gamer in his previous life, knew that Emily was wrong and decided to test out his S rank ability on a nearby slime. Ryouta defeats the slime, which yields an unprecedented abundance of bean sprouts, leaving Emily in awe as she realizes that every drop item he earns will undeniably bear S level value, which is higher than the rank A she thought was the best. Ryouta learns that Emily is homeless and that she has been living in the wilderness as she was too poor to afford lodgings. Later, the two of them parted ways and Ryouta decided to use his cheat skill to make money. After working extremely hard for days on end, killing a bunch of slimes on level 1 in the dungeon, and acquiring a newfound wealth from the abundance of bean sprouts he collected, Ryouta generously uses the earnings to secure a small apartment, where he magnanimously invites the homeless Emily to reside, intending to repay her for her earlier kindness. Emily insisted that Ryouta stays, and they decided to live together under the same roof, as they both appreciated each other. As the days pass, Ryouta finds himself seeking further knowledge, and finds it from the guild secretary Urza. She reveals that a new dungeon named Nehoneum was discovered, and that the explorers found that none of the defeated monsters inside of this dungeon drop any loot. After curiosity gets the better of him, Ryouta embarks on a solitary exploration and to his amazement, he unearths an astounding revelation. This dungeon is designed to exclusively bestow magic items only upon those seasoned S-level gatherers, an opportunity to augment their other skill levels. An enigma of conflicting emotions envelops Ryouta as he contemplates the inexplicable reason behind his ability to access these prized treasures, even as a mere rank 1 gatherer, a feat that should be seemingly impossible. Empowered by his newfound prowess, Ryouta, now equipped with improved skills, musters the courage to venture into Teleku's perilous second level in pursuit of the precious carrots. However, the path to glory is fraught with ridicule and scorn from his fellow adventurers, who mock him for being a lowly level 1. Particularly vociferous in her disdain for level 1 adventurers is a peculiar bunny girl, whose animosity seems unparalleled. Nevertheless, irony takes a curious twist, as this same bunny girl inexplicably follows Ryouta home, now professing an inexplicable love for him, a confounding turn of events that leaves Ryouta baffled yet intrigued. After delivering a forceful, potentially lethal blow known as Excalibur to Ryouta's head, the indomitable bunny girl demands immediate answers about the enigma of his survival, as she demonstrates how powerful her blows really are on nearby adventurers, knocking them out cold. Wisely concealing the remarkable secret that Nehoneum has blessed him with S-rank health, Ryouta skillfully sidetracks her inquisition by presenting her with a captivating distraction in the form of delectable quality carrots. The bunny girl quickly forgets about her question when Emily invites her to have dinner with them made with some of Ryouta's yummy high-quality carrots. The bunny girl later left with a smile on her face, totally forgetting about her important question from earlier. On subsequent excursions to this dungeon, the bunny girl covertly shadows Ryouta, bearing witness to his inexplicable ability to obtain valuable drop items from monsters that normally shouldn't drop items to anyone. However, as before, Ryouta masterfully diverts her focus with alluring promises of even more delectable carrots, ensuring the true source of his gains remains shrouded in secrecy. Eager to capitalize on the fruits of his endeavors, Ryouta ventures to the guild to deliver his prized carrots, and much to the astonishment of his fellow adventurers, they are flabbergasted by his acquaintance with none other than Eve, the infamous killing rabbit, and even more bewildered by the fact that he has yet to suffer her wrath. As Ryouta elucidates the carrot's pacifying effect on Eve, Urza, the guild secretary, promptly purchases every last carrot for a pricely sum, recognizing that carrots approved by the exacting palate of the carrot fanatic Eve must undoubtedly be of the highest quality. In the midst of Teleku's bustling activity, Ryouta bears witness to a seasoned adventurer, ceaselessly driving his hapless trainees to utter exhaustion, only to later heap scorn upon Ryota's seemingly laid-back approach to adventuring. Eve, however, emerges as the unexpected champion of Ryota's cause, berating the harsh critic and astutely pointing out that his relentless efforts are ultimately futile when Ryouta effortlessly acquires superior items without so much as breaking a sweat. Endeavoring to enhance their carrying capacity, Ryouta and Emily aspire to procure a magical cart. They were shocked when they found out that such a coveted asset comes with a staggering price tag of 10 million. Yet, as the city finds itself besieged by a colossal gorilla's sudden onslaught, most adventurers promptly flee, fearing that the creature's spawn outside a dungeon would yield no valuable items, relegating it to the status of a mere stray. Undaunted, and with the valiant assistance of Emily and Eve, Ryouta combats the giant beast, defying expectations when the seemingly wayward creature, in an extraordinary turn of events, unexpectedly the gorilla drops a magical item, a revolver with ammunition. Luckily no one else except for his party sees the drop from the stray. As the weight of uncertainty bears down on Ryota's mind, he finds himself increasingly preoccupied with the daunting dilemma of acquiring ammunition for his revolver once his supply inevitably runs out. In a collective effort to address this pressing concern, both he and Emily embark on a joint venture to the 3rd floor of the Teleku's dungeon, looking for cockroach slimes. The peculiar creatures are notorious for dropping pumpkins as loot. An ironic twist of fate unfolds as Emily, harboring a visceral loathing for cockroaches, becomes consumed by a berserk fury, relentlessly decimating the slime pests, which in turn generates an overwhelming surplus of pumpkins, more than they could possibly carry. After returning to the dungeon to collect the rest of the pumpkins that they left outside, they made a shocking discovery. To their utter bewilderment, the discarded pumpkins left outside the dungeon inexplicably spawn more cockroach slimes, presenting them with the opportunity to obtain much-needed ammunition for Ryouta. He gains a profound insight, realizing that monsters can manifest beyond the confines of dungeons, originating from drop items abandoned for an extended period. Oblivious to Urza's intentions of inviting him on a date, Ryouta becomes utterly engrossed in his newfound knowledge and hastens off to explore this fascinating phenomenon. Through experimentation, Ryouta meticulously orchestrates the appearance of a slime outside the dungeon's boundaries, seizing the moment to vanquish it and, lo and behold, securing a precious stack of ammunition as a result. With this newfound resource, Ryouta delves even deeper into the experiments, conducting further tests with monsters from the Nihonium dungeon and reaping the reward of acquiring remarkable ice magic bullets, exponentially enriching his arsenal of combat capabilities. However, their day's adventures are far from over. On their way home, they stumble upon a merchant and his companion arguing. The merchant reveals his cart containing items from a ghost monster called a Femini has fallen down a cliff, and unless retrieved soon, multiple Femini will spawn. Displaying a profound sense of responsibility and heroism, Ryouta takes it upon himself to confront the Femini that has ensnared the unfortunate merchant. While the merchant's companion volunteered to journey alone to recover the cart, Ryouta intervenes, defying the merchant's desperate pleas, and proceeds to freeze the precarious cart using his ingenious ice bullets. Acting with swift precision, Emily shatters the frozen cart, effectively thwarting any further spawning of Femini, saving the day and safeguarding the community from an imminent threat. As Emily dealt the final blow on so many high-level monsters, her own level increases several times. Ryouta gets an extremely rare drop when he loots a necklace after defeating a monster. Wearing this necklace doubles the drop rate of items from defeated monsters. The newfound prosperity that accompanies this incredible discovery awakens in Ryouta a compelling desire to secure a more suitable house for Emily, whose unwavering support has proven to be an invaluable asset throughout their journey. During a trip to sell his bamboo shoots, Ryouta's path crosses with that of a peculiar lady whose inexplicable affinity for the delectable greens compels her to purchase his entire stock after taste testing one. A shocking revelation emerges when Urza the guild secretary unveils the woman's true persona as the esteemed gourmet chef, Eric Macy. Not wanting Ryouta taken advantage of, Urza acquires him trademark rights to the Ryouta bamboo shoot. Intriguing twists of fate abound as Ryouta's adventures lead him to where an unexpected encounter with the Crown Princess Margaret and her gallant retinue, acting as an adventurer party, reveals a startling revelation. Monsters traditionally perceived as unproductive in their loot offerings are in fact endowing a precious and lucrative resource, oxygen, a valuable commodity when carefully bottled. The call for a magical cart becomes increasingly paramount for Ryouta and Emily, leading them to the decision of buying a cart before getting a new home. prompting their journey to Orton's shop. However, upon arrival, they are met with disheartening news as Orton's young daughter, Olga, unveils the mysterious disappearance of her father within the treacherous confines of the arsenic dungeon. After finding Orton safe but asleep, Emily scolds him about making his daughter cry. They then help him to locate a floating monster that he needs to craft a new prototype cart. Ryouta freezes the monster when it floats out of reach and catch it, completing the mission. As thanks for helping him and saving the city from the stray gorilla, Orton rewards them the cart for free. The guild soon becomes the stage for yet another astonishing event, as Ryouta, ever the gallant protector, intervenes to save Urza from a belligerent and unruly customer. In a moment of spontaneous appreciation, Urza impulsively expresses her gratitude through a heartfelt kiss, inadvertently causing a momentary sense of embarrassment to wash over both of them. Using the cart, they make the remainder of the money for the new house in just 3 days. Ryouta decided that they should also keep the lease on the old house to preserve the memories. Eve is also quick to visit them at the new house for her carrots.